to another episode of Standing Your Truth with Confidence, where we could come together as a platform, tell all of our experiences, trials, tribulations, not be afraid, ashamed of anything, comfortable in your own skin, walk to the own beat of your drum. Throughout the episodes, I'm going to be inviting some amazing guests, and today I have Coach Kim. Coming out of Mount Clemens, amazing guest. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to get through all of this. So this time around, I wanted to do something different.
Okay.
On your Facebook and Instagram, you have some amazing quotes that I live by. We're very familiar with and similar to what I go through myself. So throughout our interview, I'm going to be stating them or reading them, and you just tell me your thought behind them when you post it.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay. So, standing your truth with confidence. I ask all my guests, what does that phrase mean to you?
Standing your truth, who you are. You don't have to be ashamed. Your experiences, your past, your relationships throughout life. That's what standing your truth is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, was there ever a time where you felt like you couldn't stand in your truth, or what you went through was kind of hindering you, or you couldn't live in your own truth?
Yes, more so putting myself in the back. So in certain situations where I felt like I would numb or dumb myself down in order to fit in a room or sit in a room with certain people, or you feel like people don't like you or they're jealous, so you scale back some.
Right.
Sometimes I would even tone down my dress.
Wow.
Yeah, I would tone down my dress, and it wasn't until my former pastor told me, I want you to go ahead and dress how you want to be and be you. And then that's when I said, yeah, I don't have to keep, taking the back seat to make others feel better.
Exactly. So, were you born and raised in Detroit?
Yes.
You were? Okay.
Yeah.
When did you come to Mount Clemens?
I came to Mount Clemens when I was between the age of 5 and 7. Forth between both parents. I would spend the weekend with my father, and I moved out. I stayed majority of the time with my mother
In Mount Clemens?
in Clinton Township originally. Yeah.
So I think I know one of your brothers.
Okay.
Lee?
Yes.
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 Very fun. I haven't seen him in a very long time, though.
Yes. One of my favorite brothers.
Yeah. So how many is it of you guys?
It is a total of 9 of us, and I am the baby.
You the baby?
I am the baby.
Of course, your support system is heavy. So, how your siblings? All you guys get along? Like, grew up together?
I would say for the majority of it, we've always gotten along. Like, family difficulties come, but at the end of the day, we have each other's back.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
How is he? Please?
He's doing very good. Very good. Yeah.
So, one of your phrases. What I believe is for me won't pass me.
Mm-hmm.
Your meaning behind that.
Ooh, that's one of my best.
Yeah, it was my first one.
Yeah, so what's for me won't pass me. So regardless of what takes place, no matter how the enemy comes, no matter how he suits himself, no matter the struggles, if it's for me and God placed it there, it can't pass me.
Exactly.
It can't pass me. And sometimes I forget that, and I go through those mental stages where I'm like, oh, and I get frustrated. But then I have to remember the word. If it's for me, if God set me in that place, if he set me there, then I can't fail, because he doesn't fail.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Okay. The love of basketball. When did that come about?
The love of basketball started when I was, I want to say maybe 7 years old, but I would just watch the game. Just watch the game. Nobody in my family played that I knew of. So this is gonna get you right here. Right. So nobody that I knew played, right? So 7th grade, I try out for the basketball team. I make it. I fall in love with it. I'm so passionate about it. It was actually the cause of my first fight. So yeah. So I fought a boy.
Wow.
Yeah, I fought a boy my first fight, and he was talking about me. He said, "You dribble like a duck."
Wow.
And I never forgot it, and I was so mad at him. So we fought on the side of the hallway in middle school. So
how many brothers you got?
I have 6 brothers.
None of them play basketball?
No, none.
Outside playing basketball?
No, I don't know. I didn't know where it sparked from until years later. I talked to my mom, and she would kind of, say a little bit about basketball to me, but not much. And then come to find out that my mother was the first black woman to play basketball at Oakland University.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was she good?
I guess so.
Wow.
Yeah. So my hunt has been searching for those pictures of my mother.
Is she no longer here?
No, she's still here,
Okay.
but I saw one time a picture of her at my grandparents' house, and she was with a team of all white women with the Oakland University jerseys, and she was the only black woman on there. And she never expressed to me that she played. So that's where it came from, naturally.
All along, right.
All
so
along.
No clips, pictures?
No clips.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow. Look at God.
Yep.
So since then, you played Bulldogs for Mount Clemens
Yep.
in 7th grade.
Yep.
Okay, you loved it from there.
Mhm.
You went on to high school as well?
Yep.
Mount
Played
Clemens
as well.
High?
Mhm.
Really?
Yep. Played as well. Yep.
You were in papers and whatnot?
I was honorable mention my junior year, but the reason you probably didn't see me much was because after my junior year, that's when I was expecting my first child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I didn't do much. I wasn't a great offensive player. I was more so defense. And I averaged between 10 and 12 rebounds per game for Mount Clemens. So I was just a rebounder, defensive player.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And your son came along. You went on to Wayne State Community College?
I did. I went to, I had no idea. The coach ended up calling and said she wanted to meet with me. She met with me. She came to my house and said she saw old film of me, and she gave me a full scholarship. So, to Wayne Community. Yep.
Really?
Full ride, paid for all my books. Coach Monique Brown, and she's now the coach of DEPSA, and one of her players just went to the WNBA, Rakia Jackson.
Wow.
First woman from Detroit.
Congrats.
So it's just all of
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you play at Mary Grove too?
I played one season. Yeah.
And then it was Wayne State first, then Mary Grove?
It was Wayne Community, then Mary Grove. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So how did you do as far as Mary Grove? Did you play there too?
Mary Grove was so different from me from leaving Coach Brown. It was a male coach, and it was kind of like earning my way in, where you kind of I didn't feel like I had to. So he was kind of getting to know me versus Coach Brown accepting me and giving me that scholarship, trusting in me. And he was kind of like, you got to earn it. And I was so engulfed in my son, so engulfed in the academics. I was turned into this brainiac. I fell in love with my craft more than I did basketball at that time.
Okay.
So I kind of stopped playing, and I focused more so on my grades.
Okay.
As a college student.
Oh, what did you major in?
Child development.
Okay.
Yep. Child development at that time. And I became Mary Grove's child development recipient. And I left there with a 3.9 GPA.
Now show up and show out.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
7 stone.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yep.
Yes. So the break you took from basketball was due to more you wanted to get academic.
Yes. Yes. I was falling in love with early childhood, the education piece of things.
Okay. Is it because you had became a mom?
Yeah, but I always, even though as a little girl, I told my mom I wanted to own my child care center, own my own child care center.
Yep. And we're gonna speak to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Another phrase.
Okay.
When your piece is based on your situation, you are prone to fail. When your piece is based off your savior, you can stand firm.
Mhm.
The meaning behind that.
That's me in a nutshell. If I focus on what's going on around me worried about me, trying to handle it myself, peace is broken because I'm not in the will of God. I'm focusing on my flesh. I'm focusing on what does Carlin think? What does Carlin want? Now that causes confusion and worry, and I'm all messed up. But if I say, God, you said you'll never leave me, you'll never forsake me, then that's when he comes in and the wisdom comes.
Yeah.
When I trust him, then now he's directing me, and I could just sit back and relax because it's like, okay, go here because God said so. So I can't lose.
Exactly. Everything falls into
Yeah.
place. So when you became a mom, was that and it's a big responsibility, I know. Did that slow you down a little bit, or
It didn't. My mom thought that I shouldn't take the scholarship. She thought that I should stay home and raise my son, and I said, no, I need to go to school. So I took my son to school with me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I took him to school with me, and my coach, she was so supportive that when I was in the game, the ones who were not would hold my son, Terrence, during the games.
Wow.
So he was right on the bench
Absolutely.
with me.
Rolling with mom.
Yes.
Yeah. Right when they said no, you said yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so you go to Wayne, go to Marygrove. You have your son. You get into early childhood development. Is that where you venture off to Mount Clemens High and start working there?
Nope.
Okay, where we go from there?
Okay, so from Marygrove, again, falling in love with education, I decided to pursue my master's degree. So I went on to UAD, and UAD was like, it was like a new life, the way UAD ran, because Marygrove was a private college, and UAD is too, but UAD was more so strict. You're going into this graduate program. It's no more little girl.
Right.
So UAD helped me grow up. And even, my cohort in that time, they were tough. They were all educators, teachers.
Oh, wow.
So I remember coming in with a little slang, and and one of the ladies corrected my English, saying that's not this, and I was so mad at her, but I appreciate her.
Yeah.
I appreciate her for dogging me that day because she made me better myself. But UAD just taught me how to really be professional and how to be serious. And UAD pushed me. It pushed me. And I graduated there with a 3.9.
Bro, stop playing. So you finished there.
I earned my master's in educational leadership.
You just moving on down.
Yeah. So now I want to be a principal at this time. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm still in early childhood, and I get a job as a center administrator for the Order of the Fisherman Ministry. Then they hire me as an education specialist. And at this time, I'm super excited because I never seen $50 an hour in my life.
I know.
But when they offered that, I said, I got to. And that job ended up closing. They ended up losing a grant. And that's when I started my own preschool.
Great. You started your own preschool?
Yep.
Where your preschool at?
It's on 15 in Harper. It's been running for 10 years. It's called Jelly Moon Learning Center. Yep. So, mind you, the job loses the grant. My job is closed. I don't know where to turn. I'm looking for jobs. I'm applying. I'm qualified. No answers back. And I'm like, is this a push, God?
Right.
So I said, I'm going to open my own. And that's when things start flowing for me.
Ooh.
But I kid you not, it took so many sacrifices. I gave up my car. I turned my car in. Me and my husband, we rode in a little pickup truck around. All right. Everything special stopped to open this. So we put our faith in seeing this vision through. My husband quit his job. And he was so hesitant. I'm like, babe, I need you. He's like, you want me to quit my job? Like this is our bread and butter. And I'm like, I need you. So he quit. And then we worked the child care together because I couldn't pay for workers. I couldn't pay for anybody. And I think a month later, we were offered a partnership with the Macomb Intermediate School District. And when I tell you that business has been running for 10 years successfully.
I didn't see that.
Yes.
You know what? You got 2 pages. I should have went back on the old pages. Wow, 10 years?
10 years. And I want to say that at least 4 or 5 of my staff has been with me all 10.
Is it young or you get like older employees?
What do you mean?
Your employees that work for you, are they like young, like your age? Or
No, they're older.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
They're older. Some are younger. It's a mix.
Okay.
It's a mix.
All right.
But the ones that have been with me, they're older.
Yeah. Work that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So that was your first
That was the first.
business.
Mhm.
More to come, y'all. Hold up. So you opened that business.
Mhm.
So Mount Clemens High ain't nowhere near yet.
No, nowhere near.
Wow.
Nowhere near.
So
Cause
you work on that for 10 years.
no, not even in the midst of maybe 6 or 7 years. I take a trip to Alabama. We rush out there to visit my father-in-law, my mother-in-law. She's in the hospital. My father-in-law takes me to a restaurant. It's called Mrs. Stories. They sell these hot dogs with coleslaw on top of them. He's like, you got to try one. We're like, no way. We're not eating that. We don't.
Right.
So we eat it anyway. Best hot dog in the world ever tasted. And I said, I got to bring that back to Michigan. So that's when I opened Slaw Dogs.
The restaurant or the truck?
The restaurant.
The
restaurant.
So the preschool or the school, then the restaurant.
Yes.
So how long has that been open?
So that's been open, I want to say 5 years now. 5 years.
Where's that at?
It's right next, across from the preschool. You can walk.
On that little block.
Yeah, you can walk right over. You can walk right over. Yep.
So, if you can give me 3 popular.
The Slaw Dog.
Yeah.
The Barbecue Billy, which is your barbecue pizza on a dog.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the Poor Boy. And that one is topped with maple baked beans, chopped onions, bacon strips, cinnamon dust. Oh, yeah. So that's the old school beans and franks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pork and beans and hot
Yes,
dogs.
and guys, for whatever reason, that's their favorite.
Pork and beans and hot
Yeah.
dogs.
The men, I don't know what you call them, truck drivers, they come in, they're getting that all day long.
On the go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So
Yep.
the pizza one, the bean one, what's the third?
The Slaw Dog,
Slaw dog.
which is the #1 seller.
Okay. And
Yep.
what's all on that?
All beef, seasoned ground beef, our cheese sauce, and it's topped with our coleslaw. Delicious coleslaw.
I gotta try that.
Yeah. But you can't catch us in the storefront anymore.
Of course not.
Because we use that as a commissary now. It became such a burden with all our children and staying there. We were there 15 hours out of the day. So now we just set up for the food truck there, and now we travel. We travel in a food truck.
Girl. And it's just y'all two coming up with these ideas, brainstorming.
Yep. I went to sleep. One night, and the Lord gave me vision, and I got up in the middle of the night. I'll never forget, called my mother, and I started creating and writing all these hot dogs down. And for 2 months, we tested different hot dogs, different coleslaws, until we mastered. I mean, we wasted so much food, but it was worth it because you had to find the right hot dog brand. So that's how Slaw Dog started. Yeah.
Okay, Slaw Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you and your husband meet when?
Ooh, we met when I was, I want to say, 2-3 years after high school.
Okay. And it just took off from there?
Oh, no, I did not like my husband.
Okay.
No. My husband was fast, as you say.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was the ladies' man.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
He was a ladies' man. He was a ladies' man.
So how long did it take?
Conversation, becoming best friends. I actually was the friend he went to when he liked another girl, and I was trying to put them back together.
What?
Yeah, we were just friends.
So you would help him with, or both of you guys would talk about your relationship?
Yeah, but he really liked this girl, and he wanted to get back with her, so I was walking him through how to do it.
But really walking him how to get you. Right? Really? So, okay, you guys started off like that. When did you know it was supposed to be you guys?
It was by default, but
I don't know. What do you mean by default?
It was by default because we never had interest, no. And then one day he came over, and it was almost like he never left.
And he did. Wow. And you know what? You do have to become friends, and that is a lovely space to be in because he knows you, you know him. It ain't no surprises, it ain't no mistakes. It is some ups and downs, and I
Absolutely.
Know never been married, but you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But he couldn't run that same game on me because
Exactly.
I knew I knew his patterns.
He knew how to come.
But when I tell you he is the most amazing
Yeah,
husband, like
can
has my back,
Yeah.
like my friend, the person who checks me, it's kind of like, girl, get it together, stop whining, that type.
Okay.
So he levels me out.
Good. And you look very dominant. Nothing against him, but you look very dominant. But to hear you say, like, he gets you where you need to be. He knows how to, you know, not so much put you in your place, but he's your balance.
Yep. And that's so hard for me because I hear that a lot. Like, I look very dominant. Like, I'm very strong. And I am. But it's only because I got a soldier behind me. And people, if Kevin wasn't behind me, I would probably be a lot milder. But I roar as the lioness because I got a lion behind me.
Woo! I love that.
So, yeah. I'm very soft. I'm very soft with him. With
but
him.
Not nobody else.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because everybody say, you look so mean, but when you get to talking, you so sweet. Yeah. But yes.
It's so funny.
And it's only because I had to be, like, so tough or, like, I always got a wall. I have trust issues. And because it was like my name was just slandered.
Oh, I know.
Dragged through the mud. So I have this wall up. It's just, but once you get past it.
But you know what it is? It's that same wall that I had up. People don't like you for no reason. They don't want to get to know you. They want to say you're this. They want to paint the picture in a scenario. That's just what they want. But they've never had a conversation. And not even seeing that you probably could be one of the best friends they ever had. My girlfriends have been with me for over, I want to say I don't have a friend who's 10 years or older. That's how long we've rocked together. Because I'm genuine. Yeah. I'm genuine.
See, then I question myself. What type of friend was I to want a friend? And not that I want one so bad, but it's good to see, like, girls trips and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I should go back.
No. Because you're set apart.
Okay.
Everybody's for a season.
Ooh.
Some are long term. Some are 2 minutes. Some are just to get you over the hump. God will send somebody in who will just fight for you for 2 months. And then you like hey, how you doing? I remember, you know, you had my back. And then they gone. Yeah. So it's just, you got to start looking at who's seasonal, who's long term.
And who's there in front of me? Okay, so did I do my phrase yet? Because I love her. This is my phrase. So the next phrase, mothers. This is a big one, y'all. And these are posts off her Facebook, if y'all should know. Mothers, a gift of strength like no other. Mothers are important. Mothers adore you. I see you. You go out of your way to provide. You hide your tears while you're trying to make solutions. You get the job done. You protect. You pray. You hope. You dream. And you do the job alone. You're doing well. Find a way. You make it happen. You don't give up. Men. Not all men, but men. One thing you should never do is attack a mother. Whether you be with her or not, speaking bad about her in front of the children, friends, family is a big mistake. Don't hurt mothers. Don't speak against them. I promise you, you'll want them healthy and mentally strong while she's taking care of also what's yours. Love it. Love it. I can tell you my meaning, what I felt when I read it, but you tell me yours.
Well, tell me yours first. What'd you get out of it?
Men don't understand the mental state they put us in. And it goes on to our kids. As much as I tried to hide what was going on in my head, my kids still seen. They still heard. I was very angry, and it was because I was very, very hurt.
Right.
So men don't understand. You're tearing your kids down just as well as you're tearing that mother down. To talk about a mother to their children when a child only see their parent for who they are. You're my dad. You're not my significant other. You're my mom. You're not my significant other. So I can never see you like my mom see you or like my dad see you. I can only see you like I see you, and you're my dad. And you could be a wonderful dad and a poor partner, which is fine. But adults shouldn't mix that. Like, what do I get out of talking bad on my kid's father. They only see him as their father
Mhm.
and what he's done for them.
Mhm.
He's been a father. Now, it's up to me to want to stay with him as a partner,
Yep.
knowing that he's a bad partner. So, I never talked down on my kids' father when they got older. I did. I ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
But when they were kids, I never. I wanted them, even though I couldn't stand him, but I still wanted them to see him for the man he was to them.
Mhm.
And though he wasn't good for me, he was still a father to them.
Right. Right.
So,
I think you got it there. So for me, the reason I said that was because my son, having him early, and I don't fully blame my son's father. I think it was just a growing thing. He wasn't present. He wasn't present, and I would see my son call like over 100 times, and it's like, oh my God, you literally called this man 100 times on your phone, or you're looking for him. So if you're already craving something as a kid and that's missing, what does that say about me if I'm going to dog him and bring you down more? Because now I'm messing with the child's mental.
right, for sure.
So I got to a point, and God forgive me, it wasn't always right. I would say, oh, he has somewhere to run to, try to cover for him, because to me, my son's mental state mattered more than anything what you were doing. So if it came to the point where I would have had to say he left and went to the army, whatever it took to not mess up the kid's mental, to not mess up the mental. Now later on, my son figured it out, and he found out there's moments and times I had like, why does he keep personally but not involving the child? Because what is that doing? That's bitterness. That's anger. When you go to a child, my husband has children by other women. There's no conversation where we're bashing these women. We never have. We don't need to, because I'm one. So I always say, work it out with them, or let's figure it out. Okay, you don't want to talk with, so I'll talk. But we don't have bash sessions, because that's who you chose.
And it
So
was like that when you chose that person.
yeah.
Exactly.
So why do it to another woman just because I gotta stand on all toes? Because if anything happens with me and my husband, I would want the same respect.
Exactly.
I want the same respect.
Exactly.
So.
And I do tell these ladies, never come in between a father and their children, because they're not yours.
Mhm.
How he treats his kids is maybe how he gonna treat the kids you guys may have,
Yeah.
or the kids that's not by him that you have with another a man. So it's like kind of like vice versa. I was just dog and driver. I don't know. And my thing was,
It was your state. It was your stage. It was where you was at. It was where you was at. But
I still don't understand it.
But not because you trusted somebody. People don't understand, when you have a child, women, we are very sensitive. You gave somebody the best part of you. And you were big for 9 months.
Yeah.
And that all the difficulties, all the emotions you're carrying, their seed. That's why God tells us, like, make sure it's a joint thing. It's a marriage, because all those emotions coming there with it. But you and I, we had the same situation. We weren't married. So there was no ties. There was nothing really to have us hang on. Then you go through that process, and then you go through hurt. You want to know why? It's because you're not someone out in the streets who's comfortable with a life like that. Right. That's the difference between you and a woman who will lay up with anybody. Right. That wasn't your standard. Yeah. So that's why you were upset, because the quality and standard you have for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I was mad at myself.
Yeah, people think it's this thing, bitter baby mama. No, it's like, I gave you this part of me because I thought we were something. Yeah.
But I kind of knew better looking back on it. Maybe not then, but you just know how, I don't know, why I wasn't supposed to be over there, and I was over there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I was influenced a lot.
Mm-hmm. But see, God uses the very thing for your testimony. You were influenced a lot, now you're an influencer.
Hey,
It's just the
I
total.
love that.
Everything we go through is to
Yeah.
make us stronger.
And I use it for that. Well, so long I was embarrassed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Embarrassed by the decisions I made, embarrassed by the man I chose, you know.
Yeah.
I knew I kept asking myself, what are you doing? I went back and went back and went back, knowing, well, I wasn't supposed to be. You know, so it wasn't until like maybe 7 years ago I was comfortable in my own skin. Look, it happened. It was what it was. It's not what it is today.
Yeah.
You know.
And
so
you grew from that.
It took a lot of counseling. Jesus Christ. If I had to pay for it, I probably had to build off the world. But yeah, therapy really helped me heal. And then with the family, you know, family has its own things. I think I ain't gonna say, because as I grew up, I started to see it wasn't just my family or just not my household going through things. But I always wondered, like, well, man, how did they do it? How did they work through it? Mine wasn't so bad, or I didn't make the ultimate wrong decision. You know, I learned from it. Many children later, but you know, I got it.
You got it.
All right, so when you guys met, you already had your son.
Yep.
So I see 2 more boys and 2 more girls. Okay. Well, I actually watched Baby Kevin. He's a friend.
Yeah.
So everybody's into church, choir, all of that singing, preaching.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, is Kevin the one with the season?
Yes, the boy. It's 3 Kevins.
Okay.
So Kevin, my husband.
Okay.
And then it's Kevin, the second with the seasoning.
Okay.
And then it's baby Kevin. That's a girl, but her name is spelled K Heaven.
I got that. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
You pronounce it Kevin?
Yep.
So, the little girl Kevin?
Yep. And
so which one has the season? The boy Kevin?
The boy.
Okay. How old is he?
He is now 12.
Oh, y'all getting there early. Yeah. Somebody gonna be taking care of y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Okay, Slaw Dogs. 2019, I seen that. Mad Crab. Seafood. That's you guys too?
Yep. So that's a seafood truck. It's just a spin off of the seafood seasoning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's everything we service on that truck has a splash of Kevin's seasoning on there. Yep.
So is he on the truck doing
His
that?
picture is on the truck. He is not a good
Make sure
networking person yet, because he'll say things like are you gonna buy some of my seed? I said that's not the approach. We gotta work this out better, you know. So he's learning. I said be humble on how I have my own. Nobody cares that you have your own season. They care about your character.
Yeah.
So we're trying to teach him that, and he's better now.
Is he naming the season?
No, I named the seasonings.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
We did it for Kevin because there was 3 times in Kevin's life where he was pronounced dead, where they told us he wouldn't live, these different things. So Kevin's a miracle baby. He's actually a twin, but I lost a twin.
Oh, aren't you guys twins? Is some twins in one of your siblings?
Nope.
Nobody?
Nope.
It's a twin.
Kevin was a random twin.
Wow. What happened? You don't mind me asking.
It was my husband's daughter's birthday party, September 2nd. We were at the YMCA enjoying the day. I'm helping out. We're running around doing things. I leave the party, just happened to not feel good. Had to literally stop at the gas station in Mount Clemens. Ran to use their bathroom. When I used their bathroom, it was like, oh no, right? Go straight to the emergency room. They tell me I lost the baby. So I go the next day to get a DNC because they want to make sure everything is fully out of me, nothing left. And my doctor, my OBGYN, has no clue I was in emergency. So he goes in and he's hooking me up to the monitor. And I'm like, what are you doing? He was like, we're checking on the baby. I said, I lost the baby. He was like, what? I'm like, I lost the baby last night. I'm just here for you to schedule. He was like, no, what are you talking about? Nobody told me you were in the ER. I'm like, yes, I was. There's nothing to see. He goes, no, I want to see for myself. And I'm like, okay. So he goes in there with the monitor. He says, it's a baby right there. And I was like, no. He was like, I'm looking at a baby. I said, and they'll tell you downstairs I lost them last night. He was like, let me check your levels. My levels had completely dropped. So that's how we knew it was 2 in there.
Wow.
So had I went through, had he known, they would have just cleaned me out.
Right.
Yep. They would have just, yeah.
Wow.
But for whatever reason, he wanted to look, and Kevin was in there.
And I'm glad he was adamant.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Yeah.
So, okay, how did you guys get in the contest, the local 4 contest? For the restaurants, you guys were rated.
Oh, I don't know. Someone nominated us. We still have no idea. We have no idea how the local 4 came about for the nomination. Metro Parent. We know a friend in Metro Parent. She suggested us. That just came about.
Did you guys win?
No.
But it was up there. You guys won.
Yeah. Nominations is good enough for me.
Absolutely.
Just to be thought about.
Yeah.
Just to be.
So you guys woke up and you used this across the news, or?
Oh no! See, the news is different. You said nomination. So there was a time we were nominated as one of the best hot dog restaurants. So we were in the top 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So that wasn't a winning thing. That was just the top 10 Metro Detroit hot dogs. The news was from our rep at that time, who did our PR and all our marketing. So she called them and they said they wanted to come out. So yeah, that's how we were on the actual news.
You guys still got a PR?
Yeah, in a sense. If you need help, I got you.
I was saying, do I need one? I don't know. I'm just.
You're doing good.
Oh, okay.
You're doing good. I don't think you need anybody. I think God's just doing it.
Hey. Yes, it is. Okay, we're going into another phrase, y'all. In all that you do, have patience. Don't go ahead of God. Grasp hold of the gifts He gives you, but the patience in them all. Don't rush to succeed, but succeed patiently, so you can catch every mistake and learn from it. That way, when real success hits, He can trust you with it and bless you even more. Go through the pain, the process, the struggles, being broke, being used, ideas stolen. Don't send in a pity. Use it for your power move to do better.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. It may sting a little bit. Let me go through it, but I'm out.
Yep.
I gotta bounce back from it, or you turn that negative into a positive.
Yep.
I like
Yep. That for me, that means don't go ahead of God.
Yeah.
Don't go ahead, because if you are a person who, and I always use this example, if you have a cursing or anger problem, right? And then you're on jobs and then this comes out and then you're getting fired, right? It's part of the testimony. You have to get fired because you haven't learned how to tame your mouth. You haven't learned how to be professional. And God's steady trying to take you through these challenges of when you have to tame your mouth. Why? Because you haven't got there yet, and He needs you to get there. So when you master taming your mouth, now you can become that big executive. Girl, so you know how to stay in that role and not get fired because you got a bad mouth. Yeah. You say the wrong thing to your employee and then you in trouble. You sued. Yeah. So everything we do is getting us to a point of perfection. Perfection as in moving forward from the next thing you previously failed in.
Girl.
So yeah.
I got my own ministry, y'all. Okay, so when do we get to Mount Clemens High? Did I jump too far?
No, so now everything's running and all the businesses are doing good. I get a phone call one day from a former, actually he was the behavior specialist when I was at Mount Clemens High. He said, hey, do you know anybody? We need somebody for new skill trades in Mount Clemens, something of that sort. And he was like, if you know anybody, let me know. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything if it's just part-time. And he said, okay, well, come. So I applied. I ended up being a culinary teacher and a dance teacher. So I taught culinary and dance, loved it. One of my dance students, she said, we want a cheer team. I said, I know nothing about cheer at all.
Like basketball.
Yeah, she's like, can you please? And I said, sure. And I ended up becoming a cheer coach. And we went viral that year. Like, we broke the internet for one of our cheers, and other schools start picking it up. I had 30 cheerleaders.
Is that the pictures I see on
Yes.
Facebook?
Yes, and we were the first cheerleading group to perform at the Detroit Pistons game for Mount Clemens.
Too. So you just took the cheerleaders to
Yeah.
the Little Caesars Arena
Yep.
and not the boys.
Yep.
We gonna
Yep.
get to it.
So we rose up, and yeah, I'm still the cheer coach. I'm
and the basketball coach.
Yeah, I'm trying, but I'm slowly weaning out of that position. I believe that you don't make a commitment, and just because something new comes, you dump. So those girls love me. Yeah. So I'm there, but I'm weaning out slowly to a proper transition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got somebody in mind?
I have an assistant. Her name is Jaleesa Connor. She is awesome. Yeah, she is awesome. So it's kind of like passing the baton. So I stayed on with her. They got to know her. They loved her. And so, just kind of take the back seat.
Yeah.
Yep.
They see you, but they don't see
you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But so you still come around.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And get them together. So, hey, don't play. Don't play with me. I'm still watching.
Yeah, you wear many hats.
Yeah.
So I see you got the spotlight recognition. Mm-hmm. Was it like teacher of the year or just staff or faculty of the year?
It was just like you said, a spotlight. I think it was other teachers too as well. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When did you get this call from Eric?
From
you
who?
Work Eric at New Haven High School.
Oh, okay. So I didn't talk about that. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah. So I coached at New Haven first. Eric sparked back my passion in basketball. Okay. So he asked me to be his assistant. Mm-hmm. So I coached there with him for 2 years, and the love was back.
Was that after this position at Mount Clemens?
No, it was before.
What?
It was before. So working with Eric, it brought back everything, the love, the passion. I fell in love with the girls. They fell in love with me. It was more slow pace, but I loved it. From playing college and then watching boys on TV, the girls were slower paced, but I still loved it. I loved every minute of them. The girls loved me. So that following year, I started receiving offers as the assistant. So we would be at games, and coach was like, hey, I want you to take this head position if you're interested. And I would always tell Eric, and he saw it, he knew. And they would say, we want you to come coach the girls over here, over here, over here. And he's like, no, you got to give me one more. I'm like, I got you. I'll give you one more year. So I stayed with him, finished it out. And all these offers were coming through, and I seen the Mount Clemens position.
That's what
I heard about it. I should say that it's a possibility. And so I'm watching all these other jobs drop off and get new coaches, and I'm panicking like, And then finally it came down to the last one, and I called. And they said, well, we waited for you. We filled the position. So I was like, I waited all this time. Then I talked to Mount Clemens, and they say, no, the coach is staying. And I'm like, you mean to tell me I waited? Yeah, and I went into the bathroom. We were on vacation, and I needed a moment. So I went into the bathroom, and I said, God, like, I know you didn't bring me this far. Like, this nothing. And immediately after I talked to God, I kid you not, it was no more than 10 seconds, my phone rang, and it was Mount Clemens. And they said, we're going to open up the position for you to apply. So I was like, whoa. And I came running out the bathroom to my husband, and I told him, like, it's open. So, well, I didn't take it. I had to get it. I had to earn it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was
so what was the struggle?
Other men. You had men from Lansing Everett, Bishop Foley. I said, there's no way I'm going to get this position. These men are seasoned. They're at schools where schools are thriving in basketball. Of course, I didn't meet them. You know, you hear little rumors. So when I heard I made it to the second round of interviews, I was like, yes. And then the next round was with the superintendent and assistant superintendent. So I gave my speech. The Lord told me to do a PowerPoint. I said, how do I do a PowerPoint? And my husband was laughing at me like, how do you do a PowerPoint for an interview? They didn't tell you to bring no PowerPoint. They asked the questions.
Wow.
So I did the PowerPoint before my interview, worked on it all week. My interview came. I went into the administration office, and I said, can you ask Mr. Roper if it's okay that I do a PowerPoint? And his secretary came back, and he said, yeah. So I knew that I followed those instructions. I did the PowerPoint, had the interview. I want to say 2 hours later, I got the phone call from the assistant superintendent. He said, "Welcome to Mount Clemens as the new boys coach," and we just all shouted.
What on that PowerPoint you think got it?
The honesty, the truth, what I plan to do, having everything lined up, my vision and mission aligned with Mount Clemens' vision and mission, working on the same goal. So I think the superintendent selected me because my vision and where he wants the school to go aligned.
Did you get a lot of backlash because you were up against a lot of males?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I can say literally from 2 days ago, everything just stopped of the meanness, the pushing away, the phone calls right after I got the position. How did you get the position? I applied.
Do you know these people?
Oh yeah, a couple of them were from the community. Some of them I thought were friends. Called me and said, "When did you have an interest in basketball? I never knew you liked basketball. I never knew you played basketball." The phone calls, the disrespect, it just stopped probably 2 days ago. Not saying it's finished, but it's probably stopped 2 days ago. I've been really going through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. When I got the boys, they were 1-15. They had won one game, 15 losses, and the record was pretty bad. They would lose games 70-3, 85-10. Yeah, it was bad. So, yeah.
So
it was
your
bad.
Facebook or Instagram, those are terrible messages as well.
What do you mean?
When people were calling you, it sounded like were you being harassed?
Yeah, I was. Yep. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. Even the former coach even called me and said something. Yeah. Yeah. I have been through the unimaginable.
Yeah.
I've been through. Yeah. Many nights of tears, many nights of my husband comforting me and just getting me through. The refs and during coaching games were very difficult. Wanted me to be in a certain place. Wanted me to behave a certain way. Yeah. I lost games because of the refs' decisions that I know that I would have won. Yes. We came out with 10 wins, 9 losses. We came out 6-4 in the league. 6-4 in the league. A complete turnaround. Biggest turnaround from a losing season to a winning season.
Right.
So no one expected me to win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they got what they got.
Yeah.
New sheriff in town.
Yeah.
So you get the call from Eric. You worked at New Haven High School.
Mm-hmm.
The 10 offers. Was there ever a moment where you knew or decided that you wasn't going to go to Mount Clemens, or was always been Mount Clemens?
Mount Clemens was. I was always hanging on to Mount Clemens. The other offers were all girl coaching positions.
Oh, so you had an interest in coaching boys?
Yeah, I did. I think it was possible? No, but I knew that my love was the boys, their game, the quickness.
Yeah.
That was more up to my speed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. How did you make the decision to go to Mount Clemens? Is it because you went to school there?
It's yes. Yeah. I want to see Mount Clemens win. I want to see Mount Clemens make it. I want to see Mount Clemens turn around. My total interest is the children. That's it. That's it. And now my relationship with the boys, my parents, I have a great relationship with all of them, and I'm standing strong because of them, because of my boys, because of my parents. That is why I am at Mount Clemens.
Yeah, I see your shout outs out through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
The amazing support, like coming from it's one particular name. We're gonna talk about her. I seen up and down your timeline, and I found out later on in your timeline who she was.
Okay.
Amazing woman as well. I actually printed out, it's like a business card, a flyer. I may be calling her.
Okay.
She's your pastor, though.
Okay.
Okay, so get into your assistant coaches.
Okay.
How did you know who to pick?
I really didn't know at the time. I had reached out to a few, but prayer.
You get to choose?
Oh yeah, absolutely, because
okay.
it's who you're working with,
Okay.
right? So at the time, I just told God, who's ever not for me, wipe them out. Who's ever not for the boys, wipe them out. Who's ever not going to push for total success, wipe them out. So I always have people and ideas in mind, but God's going to clear them out anyway. So the ones that I chose were ones that I thought that would actually do the job, get the job done with respect for the boys.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of chose. Yep.
Were you, did they come up for the position, or you just called them to see if they?
Well, it's a requirement, so we have to interview. So they had to go through the interview process. But as far as the assistant coach, no. So my assistant coach is just who I choose to bring on. Yeah, but as far as like the JV coach and middle school coach, those positions have to be applied for.
Okay. Is it Cortez Best or Cortez Best?
Cortez Betts.
Cortez Best. Why you choose him?
He just was strong. He loves Mount Clemens. I knew that he would be a protector. I knew that he would cover the boys. I knew that just...
He played basketball.
Yeah, he knew the game. So, yeah.
I didn't know about the next one, Twine D. I know he was a bit of in the music industry.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was...
Twine was great in basketball.
Really?
Very great in basketball. Our years of schooling, Twine was a three-point man.
Wow.
Awesome in basketball. But it wasn't even necessarily all just basketball for me. It was, what is your character like? Will you have a passion for these boys? Yeah.
And how long they been on the team since you started?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Cortez, he's not with us right now. But Antoine still is. Yeah.
Okay. Is he coming back?
Cortez?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay. I hope
Yeah.
he does. I thought that was when I seen it up there. I'm like, wow, she didn't. I knew Cortez was one of Mount Clemens. I didn't know Antoine was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very great man. Cortez is cool.
Yeah.
I love him.
Okay. So now you're hosting Children's Night. Did you come up with these ideas? You did?
Yep. Came up with Children's Nights, the different events, a lot of backlash, a lot of...
How so? When that was... What, because you brought the ideas to the table?
Just people picking and finding anything they could to be wrong and whatnot. No issues. Great turnout. Children loved it. Increased the next game. Almost double the amount of people at the next game. But I guess when everybody doesn't see how hard you're working or everything that you're doing, the first word back is kind of like, well, what did it look like?
Right. Always negative first. Now
Yeah.
I know why. Yeah. They need to just show up and see what it was. Aren't some of these people children going to Mount Clemens? Or even on the
Some
team?
of them run some of the schools, so you just see.
We don't want to know.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so what I thought was a great idea when you took the team around downtown Mount Clemens and introduced your team to the community. Were they very accepting of you?
Yes.
They were?
The community was a big support.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you're in the school district and you don't have relationship with your surrounding community leaders, then they can't do anything for you. They can't support you.
Right.
You would be surprised. We went and saw Judge Terry Lynn as well. So my thing is, what if one of these boys one day get into some trouble? You know, you just don't know. So you want to build relationships with everybody so they can see what these boys are actually doing.
And consistently come out. Y'all go to district. The whole Mount Clemens going to be supporting.
Yeah.
At the championship.
Yeah.
I thought that was very, very smart. Wow. With the backlash. Because you're a woman. That's all that is. The parent meetings. When you brought out parents to build that relationship. Did you get backlash from parents?
No.
No.
The parents actually said it was the best thing because I was so transparent and upfront with my expectations. So they got to see my character. I'm not going to baby your boys. I'm not going to play everybody. Grades are first. This is how it works. And so you gain respect when you just honest. It's just like being in a relationship with a man. They don't know. If you tell a woman up front, we'll decide whether we want to date you or not. We'll decide whether we want to. It's about what you tell us up front. It's about what you give us. Yeah. So my dating days are gone, but still, it's about transparency.
Yeah, and being honest with your husband.
Yeah.
Putting everything on the table. Okay. Like that. Another big one, having the boys dress up on game days. You don't see that no more.
Right.
When I seen that, yeah. Was that to build their confidence or just show them discipline?
Build confidence and show them that I wanted them to see the difference. So you go to games and you're in jeans, that's okay, but let's see what it looks like. So what I'm trying to do overall is build self-efficacy. So make sure that they make it outside of basketball in life, outside of school. So dressing up, when they came back to me, Coach, we got so many compliments today because how your appearance can get you along, a long way in life.
Or just even me doing security here, sometimes the manager sees who walk up before they even get to the door. I'm like, no, tell them no. Just by what you're looking at, not even knowing that person. So it takes a person like us to show them, like, what you may think that person's about. Let them in the club, and they're just here to have a good time. It's not here to start no trouble, and to be the ones that you think that it's not, that it is.
Yep,
so,
absolutely.
It works, like, not only in that area, like you said, beyond basketball, beyond. Yeah. So it's another praise.
Okay.
Absolutely. Listen to me, y'all. People don't be mad at you. People get mad because they couldn't control their jealousy and envy. You peeped it, separated yourself. Absolutely. Now they are upset because they did you bold and can't return. They realize they lost a really good person in their life. So what the behavior they present looks like: mad, strife, lies, anger, etc. It's truly their hurt. It's based on the fact that you won't associate with them no longer. Chin up. Don't be mad when they tear you down. They know what the truth is. Pray for them. Trust me on this one. What was your meaning behind it?
We don't lose friends and situations don't happen because people just you did something to them. Half the time it's just jealousy. They don't know who they are. They don't know how to figure you out. They don't know what box to put you in. You're happy, you're bright, and they can't find that light. So really they're looking at you, but they're looking at you, right? So it's a difference. So don't be so caught up in why did they do this? Why are they saying this about me? Why are they lying on me? Why are they tainting my character? It has nothing to do with you. It's unhappiness with self. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Working on the boys' self-esteem. The Silver Division Championship, where they were honored. Was that a basketball event as well?
Yeah, so it was a playoff games for the two top teams, but it was also honor night for all athletes in the entire CSC Silver Division.
Oh, was Mount Clemens one of the two top teams?
We did not play in the top team game, but we were honored as the team to receive the highest academic success, GPA.
So was that a thing too? You raised everybody's GPA?
Oh yes. So you're coming in and you're looking at Frank, Fred, and and Deborah's, and you want to see Andy, Alexis, and Brittany, right? So those F's and D's, you can't play with those. So it was about setting the standard. Okay, what do we need to get these up? Are you even trying? Okay, before we hoop, let's sit and have study hall. Okay, who's struggling with what? Why are you not completing it? Oh, you don't understand it. You just need a tutor. So it's just taking that extra time to see what the boys needed. My husband was one. We had one student who struggled with math. So during practice, here's your seat. Yeah, you can watch, but you got to work on these books because I care nothing about you dribbling the basketball and you can't make it in life later.
Exactly. Yeah. So did they lose that in schools and it was just sports they were just learning about? The boys were able to play with these D's even as?
I mean, it depends on the district, I'm assuming, of what's occurring. But in certain districts, you can play with one F. You can play with two Fs. It depends on what's going on. As long as that GPA is at a certain level, you can have 4 A's and 2 Fs, where for me, I set the tone from the beginning. 2.9 or higher, you can't play. So though it was higher than the school standards, it pushed them to some of them just to meet the school standards. So it was just that mental push. Yeah.
And I bet the parents were excited about that.
Yeah. And not everybody all the time did well, and you just sit down, have a seat until you get your grades back up.
And that pushed them to do something. They wanted to play in that game.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of one of your players, is it Marcus or Marquise?
Marquise.
Marquise. Cribs.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the number one? And I want to say number one. All of them could be good. However, I mean, you do got to star a team.
Yeah.
Is he going?
We had 3 stars.
Okay.
I mean, if we're fair,
Okay.
right? So Bishop Thomas,
Okay.
Don Redding. Don Redding was actually our highest scorer.
Really?
Consistent, very strong, but he was so quiet with it. A lot of people didn't see it, but he double almost every game, rebounds and points. He averaged about 17 points a game. So he was just more so the quiet one. Bishop was like the noticing star.
Yeah.
Bishop was the one who showed out, right? He did a lot. But I think he had some struggles at the end with basketball. Marquise was that all-around bulldog. Marquise was the fire of the team. Marquise was, we called him the grown man. Marquise didn't take stuff. Marquise was a leader at all times. Marquise never gave up. And Marquise was our MVP. Yeah. Yeah, so people look at it like, well, man, Don had the most points. And Bishop, he was so amazing all around. And it's no lies to that. It's true. But Marquise held it down with grades. He held it down with his personality, his character, and it's practice, never missing. So it was rightfully so.
Was he one that could kind of cut into the boys and like straighten them out?
Marquise never had a problem with holding his tongue. He was very straightforward, but he did it in a respectable manner. He would say, come on, like, there's no reason for such and such. When everyone else got down, Marquise was just like, are we going out here to hoop or not?
Right.
You know, so he was that type of leader. Yeah.
I see you say he stayed in the gym.
Yep, he did. He did. I'm really going to miss Marquise.
This is last year.
Marquise is a senior.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is he the only senior leaving out? Or you got senior?
I have 2 other ones, Trey and Samaje. I'm going to miss them as well.
Yeah.
It's no different. It's just Marquise and I were very close.
Yeah.
We were very close. Yeah.
The effect.
Yeah, the effect, right.
Mm-hmm. He brought to the table as well.
Yeah, Marquise had a huge effect on me. You know, like I said, he was just to watch him maneuver the way he did as a young man. It was, you could tell his parents raised him well. Yeah.
We need those.
Mm-hmm.
Now comes the big moments. In December, you were in the paper.
Okay.
And I just want to read exactly what I got.
Okay.
Because I want y'all to take this in. Kim, Coach Kim, former basketball defense player, played in junior high, Wayne State Community College, and Marygrove. Daycare operator, minister, owner of Slaw Dogs Restaurant, Slaw Dogs Mad Crab Seafood Truck, coach for the girls at New Haven, now first woman coach at Mount Clemens High, had 10 other offers from other schools, and the first coach the boys.
Yes.
And an amazing wife.
Mm-hmm.
Very. Inspiration.
Thank you.
I can't read all of this, but I do want to read the beginning. This is a very big moment in my life, maybe the biggest. I want to thank God for placing me exactly where He wanted me to be. I want to thank my husband for all his support during my rounds of interviewing, the encouragement you poured into me, having my back in the entire process, clapping and thanking God for me. Like what? I liked it that one. You had to pause when you was writing that one. LaRon, who stayed up with me late at night studying. You wanted to thank your friends, family, just pushing you. Was there ever a time where you felt like you didn't have support?
Every day. Every day. I would push forward with the boys, but someone else would try to drag me back every day, whether it was a ref, whether it was someone in the school. Every day was something. Every day.
Every day you had to call your husband to get you right back in the
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I just recently I watched a video with with Sarah Jakes Roberts and Priscilla Schreier. It was 2 videos combined, and that's what actually helped lift me up even 2 days ago. I was broken, like
2 days ago?
2 days ago, shattered in tears, questioning, was this for me?
Yeah.
Did I hear you? Why is this so much push? And the message that Sarah Jakes talked about was, you are the woman for the job.
Hello.
So when I heard those words, tears began to flow, and I said, I'm gonna stay in my rightful place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, he wants you to.
Yep.
Was it the phone calls, the text messages, or just the ridicule against you?
No, it was more so feeling like if you're working in a district, outsiders can say whatever, people can say whatever, but when it's internal and you're feeling the push internally, that would, make you feel like I've given my all. What else can I do? I'm trying to focus on sports. I'm trying to focus on coaching the boys. So I need to do that in peace.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I'm coaching AAU right now for the 7th and 8th grade boys. Why am I doing that? Because I want to get them ready as coming in freshmen. So I'm working for this district. I'm pushing very hard. I just had a training in Atlanta I went to better my coaching skills. So it's like, leave me alone, because I'm doing all these things and I need to focus. I don't have time for those other things. Yeah.
And they see not only are you trying, you're succeeding at what you're trying.
Mhm.
So it's like you're actually accomplishing everything that you put forward.
Mhm. And when you get phone calls and other people want your position, or other people in the district is pushing for, like, it's difficult. And you just gotta keep your head straight. People who say things or do things towards you that you would never believe. I think that's what broke me in those couple of days, but I'm back together.
Absolutely. And
I'm strong again.
Exactly. You have those moments, but you bounce back.
Yep.
Because he said you are.
Yep.
So don't question it.
Never
You are
again.
doing an amazing
I'm the
job.
woman for the job.
Hello.
I'm the woman for the job, and if God tells me to go, then it's only because it's time for my new level.
Hello. Hello. All right, all of the answers. Anthony Jones.
Mhm.
AJ.
Mhm.
Who is he?
Anthony Jones, I met him through actually the AAU team that I'm coaching, Coach Whitehead. They're really good friends, and he's also another good friend to a gentleman that I know, and they came out to one of the games. And he told me that he saw everything that I've been doing. He's been watching me, and that's when the offer came for me to coach the boys' all-star game.
Oh, we ain't got to that yet.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we got to stop here.
Okay.
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Family.
Oh, okay.
Whew.
You almost done?
Yep.
We're at the end, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
What'd you work with? Oh, you good?
No, it ran out. So, I'm about to start it up again.
You need to plug it? You need a plug? Or
No.
it's just, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we on our last page. This can go on forever.
Yeah.
Right now, so you're going good.
Okay.
Okay.
Did he get that last part on this one? Okay.
Go.
All right. Rhonda Powell. She looked familiar. Looked like, did she go to school at Mount Clemens?
Yes, I believe so. I believe Rhonda went to Mount
Yeah,
Clemens.
she looked so familiar, but I cannot. I don't know. She probably was in my older sister grade.
Okay.
Jasmine, is that her daughter?
Yes.
And she plays for Tennessee.
Yes.
Now, I've been seeing that child on TV for all this time and didn't even know who she was. And you were able to get them to come down and talk. Her and Levon?
That was
Javon.
So that was all Rhonda. Rhonda has been a big support.
Yeah.
She has been amazing. Rhonda actually, along with her Metro Equity team, they actually sponsored our boys' shoes this year.
I seen that.
So Rhonda has been a tremendous help, a tremendous blessing.
Yes.
Yes. And because that's her daughter,
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's good to know. It's good
Exactly.
to know people. And having Jasmine now, I don't even think the boys understood who they had in front of them.
Yeah. They don't watch her?
Well, they don't. It's a new world, right?
Uh-huh.
So that was a woman
Yeah.
standing before them, a
Yeah.
woman player. Whereas if it had been a male from Tennessee, it would have been like, oh, but now they're like, oh, Jasmine. Now they know her. Now they're, oh, we watched her, we saw her. So now it helped on both ends. So yeah,
And Javon Hanna, Bill Hanna and them brother kids.
he's actually Tom Hanna's son, who initially asked me to come work at Mount Clemens.
Wow.
Yeah. And he received the sixth man award this year for his school at Western. So he's doing really well as
Wow, so
as
he
well
is
in basketball.
good kids coming out of Mount Clemens.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Yep, and Javon is one of them.
Way to put them back on the map.
Mhm.
Wow. Angela Harris.
Mhm.
Is it Forward?
It's Angela Harris Fullwood. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Pastor.
Yeah, she's a pastor.
Okay. I see her husband in some of the pictures.
Okay.
I see her post or tag you in a lot.
Yes.
What effect has she made in your life?
We actually did not know each other at all. We met through her husband.
Okay.
And I sent her a message and I said, God keeps telling me that I need to cover you, protect you in some form.
Really?
I knew nothing of her. And she said, that's so crazy because I know nothing of you, but she received kind of like the same notion. And so actually now we're closer than ever, like closer than ever. Did not know each other. And yeah, we're writing things out together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
So, this part of the interview,
Okay.
you say you from Detroit, but you've been in Mount Clemens, so you choose the one you want to rep. It's rep your city.
Ooh.
So which one you want to do, Mount Clemens?
You did that to me.
I kind of did it to everyone.
Oh my goodness. My dad, like, we're from Finkel and Prairie, like 6168 Heckler Street. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the hard.
Well, you can rep Detroit.
But, so I have to choose one?
Okay, you can do both. Let me see. If you can give me the best artist out of Detroit, Mount Clemens.
I would say Eminem for me.
Okay, Mount Clemens. Like, okay, Mount Clemens. Kid Rock?
I don't. Kid Rock did.
He did.
Yeah.
Is
So
that
let's
the
go
only-
with Kid.
Okay. The best restaurant in Detroit and Mount Clemens.
The best restaurant in Detroit. The best restaurant in Detroit, I'm going to go with Young's Barbecue.
Yes? Okay, where is that?
They've been around for 30-something years.
Okay.
Everybody sleeps on Young's. It's off of 7 Mile.
Okay.
Best barbecue.
Okay.
3 different flavors to choose from. Yes.
Not three
Yes.
different- Okay.
Yes.
We're going to have to try that
That's my childhood. So I'm going with Young's Barbecue.
Okay.
Mhm.
Out of Mount Clemens.
I'm going to give it up I'm going to say right now, I'm going to say Gumbos.
That's downtown Mount Clemens.
Yeah, because I'm in Clinton Township. So
Okay.
Mount Clemens, I'm going to say Gumbos.
Gumbo?
I'm proud of Gumbos. They're doing their thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Who on that one?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they've expanded and flavors have increased. I'm a big person on stepping up.
Yeah.
And I would say Gumbos is really working it right now.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
The best club coming out of Detroit and Mount Clemens.
Ooh, that's tough for me because I don't club.
You don't need to know what you want. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you give me 3 positive things from Detroit and then Mount Clemens?
Yes. I would say, of course, Motown.
Yeah.
I would say the corner penny candy stores when we were growing up.
All right.
They were on every corner, mostly black owned.
Yeah.
And you would just go there and feel like a millionaire because you had all that change and you got so much candy. So for every black business owner who owned those corner stores, and I would say the third one, you said best things coming out of Detroit?
Some good positive things.
I think the build up of downtown.
Yep.
That's hot right now.
Everybody say it
That's
is.
hot right now.
Yeah,
Everybody's
it's
moving downtown. You can't find a space. I've tried, and oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, just to get a little corner apartments, around 5 to 7 thousand a month. So you gotta be sure you want to be down there.
Yeah.
So
Because the prices went up.
yeah. Mhm.
Mount Clemens.
Mount Clemens.
Besides the babies.
Also, stay away from the high
No,
school.
absolutely not.
Um,
I was just giving you one.
Mount Clemens. I would say at the end of the day, we're gonna stand up for each other. So a strong community.
Okay.
Strong community. Great leaders. Mount Clemens has great community leaders. Antoinette Wallace, Teresa McGarity, Rhonda Powell.
Teresa McGarity.
Yes.
I went to school like with all
Yes.
of them.
Sarah Stovall. Like, we have great women in Mount Clemens who are stepping up to the plate.
Okay.
Yes.
All for the women. I like that.
Mhm.
All right. Let me say one more of your phrases and then I'm done.
Okay.
God is stripping us. He is removing old habits, removing the wrong company, exposing the hearts of people. Don't think it's strange. You're not the only one experiencing pain. God is pulling things and people from your life. It's time to shape and make us who He has called us to be. The next level of greatness. Cry happy tears. This time you'll get it right. The peace and freedom can't compare to the pain. Let God strip you from things when He starts exposing and dealing with the ones He stripped you from. You don't want to be nowhere around. I love that. What was your meaning behind that?
I mean, I think I'm experiencing that right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Go through the stripping, go through the heartaches, go through the pain. Go ahead and suffer. God carried the cross. Well, Jesus carried the cross.
Yeah.
He suffered, but He knew the outcome.
Yeah.
Go ahead and be stripped. Be stripped from people. Be stripped from pain, because there's greater at the end.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you are the greatness.
Thank you.
Are. I'm like so proud of this interview, the person, the woman that you are. I was excited to have it. I want to thank you for coming out.
I was excited to
may
be here.
be calling you again. That offer you was telling me about, you ain't said
Yeah.
it, but just let me know.
Yeah. So really quick, I don't want to take too much of your time, but my husband and I and a few other people in the community, we're in the process of opening up a soup kitchen, as well as turning our home into a restorative center for women. So with that being said, with you, speaking of therapy, I want to put you on as our person.
Shut up.
Yes, I do.
Shut up.
I do. See, you thought it was an interview, but it was because we need you to be the therapist.
Absolutely, girl.
So,
Offer taken.
yes.
Absolutely.
So we're in the process. We're waiting on the 501c3 to be approved. And then we're going to apply for those major grants, and then you will be paid to counsel these women.
Absolutely. And the boys, if need be. I
Right.
don't know if Mount Clemens has a social work or...
Well, I think we're going to, RLF, Restore Life Foundation is the name of it. I think we're going to eventually expand out. We're just starting with this. So I'm going to invite you to the Women's Forum.
Please.
So you can learn about it. You're going to love it.
I'm loving it all.
You're the woman for the job.
I love her. I'll see why you would. So, y'all, amazing guest, one wonderful, phenomenal woman, leader, head coach of Mount Clemens. I want to thank you for coming out. Spread the word. Tell somebody to tell somebody. The platform is yours. Any trials, tribulations, as she turned all her negatives into positives, please come, reach out. I'm welcoming everybody. And I want to say thank you again.
Oh, thank you
And
for
thank
having
you
me.
your husband for being a very good support. Because we need that. As tough as I think I am, I think my partner plays a good part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. And I thank him for it. You won't do that right now. Oh my God.
Oh my
God.
goodness. Why are you doing this to me? Oh my
Absolutely.
goodness. Oh my
And we gonna
goodness.
give you a hand.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing woman.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so
Y'all
much.
give her a hand at home.
Can you take a picture?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I will.
Okay.
And thank y'all for watching. Please look forward to her episode. Good big things coming up. And thank you for offering me. Of course I will come.
Oh yes. Yes.
So thank y'all. Stay tuned.